Hello everybody, welcome back to yet another video. Now, this isn't really what the video you expect. You're probably expecting a Chrissy and Kydra Sundays. They will hopefully resume not next week, but the week after, because a couple of things are happening which we'll get into in a moment. So this is more of a casual Sunday, me just talking over a load of footage to go ahead and just let you guys know what's happening, and also to sort of look back, because would you believe it that the next video that I upload, which is going to be going up on Monday next week, aka the 1st of September, I will have been doing this, YouTube, as in putting up videos, well, not so much every day, but every other day, give or take, for around about an entire year. Yeah, I know. So I think this is a bit of a retrospect and just a sort of talking head video whilst stuff plays. So first things first, why I'm doing this and why Chrissy and Kydra Sundays as well as other videos might be, well, not quite what you're expecting or not up to the usual standard. Well, what's essentially going on is that I've got family down, so my brother is going to be down from London, it's going to be crowded in the house, and I'm just not going to really have the time to, record like I normally do, which means, sorry folks, but if you were hoping for, more of my usual high-ish quality content, well, you're going to have to wait a couple of weeks for that, because things are they're happening in the background that sort of prevent me from being able to do what I normally do. But they will resume in a couple of weeks' time, so probably either week 2 or week 3 of September it should be back to normal. Okay, so we got that cleared up on why videos like this might become more common, and why you might not see as many, well, of my usual higher end stuff. As for the other thing that's going on, yeah, a year. Now, it won't be a year to the day when this goes up, it'll be, 363 days rather than 365. And this will be the 117th video that I'll have gone ahead and put up on the channel. Like, I can't believe it, it's like a whole year. Like, can you imagine doing something for an entire year, like, constantly? It's just like, it's crazy. I started this channel just, one was a bit of fun, and two, because hey, why not? Who doesn't want to be a YouTuber? Let's give it a go and see what happens. And granted, the channel hasn't, blown up like some people do in the first year, but I'm happy with where I'm at. The channel's growing all the time, I'm getting new views all the time, stuff's happening, and I'm happy with it. And everything else, I'm just happy that you guys actually do enjoy the content, because, I've spoken to some of you on Discord, messages and that lot, and honestly, you guys are absolutely amazing, and I couldn't be happier knowing that I do actually go ahead and get to help you guys out, or give you ideas or anything else. Just knowing that I do actually make a difference, it means a lot to me. So yeah, like, damn, a year, Jesus. And I've done quite a bit. Like, I'm in a very different position to where I was a year ago. I mean, I'm still living in the same house, same room, recording the same sort of way most days. But so much has changed, and if you just look at hardware perspective alone, that's changed an absolute ton. But if you also look at what I'm able to do now that I wasn't able to do a year ago, it's actually kind of awesome. Actually being able to do tech videos like I always wanted to do pretty much every week. Granted, there are some which I aren't going to be able to do for a couple of weeks whilst my brother's down, but the fact that I'm still going to be able to do that kind of stuff, it's crazy, it's amazing, and I'm happy that I get to do it. Like, I remember the first video that I went ahead and did was me doing a sort of unboxing and then follow-up review on the Noctua NH-D15 when the Chromax version released, which is almost a year ago now, which is, it's kind of shocking. Time flies. Time really does fly. And then it's just the whole me then going on to all sorts of other things, modding cases, go ahead and putting together builds, getting my hands on a 3950X for realsies. Which, by the way, amazing CPU. If you do want a CPU that's on a desktop platform that just has ridiculous workload chops, it's amazing, and I cannot recommend it enough. But if you are just gaming, like, at most get yourself a 3700X or a 3900X, because you don't really need much more than that. But anyway, getting off topic, as always. Yeah, it's just, so much has changed. I'm happy I've came out as trans, which is, well, this to be fair, probably nobody expected that, but hey, what do you know? Kinda sucks that one of my most viewed videos is me as a dude, but hey, yeah, you can't change the past, but you can always go ahead and look forwards and change the present, I guess. yeah, so I'm trans, I'm in a different position. I've got 2 functional work PCs that actually let me work properly. Yeah, I've been doing crazy tech stuff, handling some absolutely awesome tech. Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe how much I've managed to get done in just 1 year, despite the fact that I'm just a one-woman band doing it the best that she can for the most part. And yeah, I do get some help with the video, with the odd video, like with Chrissy and Kydra Sundays, because obviously Kydra does some of the work as well. But it's still crazy, you know? And I honestly, I'm really happy with it. I really am just incredibly happy in being able to do all this for you guys. But it makes me wonder, what's next? What's next for the channel? What's coming up in the future? What do I get to do? Well, once things are done. Well, I'll let you in on a bit of a secret. Truth be told, I've really been buying just a lot of time. Yeah. That might need some explain. As you may notice, my PC and my setup has always been getting better. New microphone here and there. You know, better networking gear. The odd thing here and there that's just slowly getting better and better. But why? Because I'm actually trying to go ahead and set the channel up for the next 5 years, not just the next year, the next 5 years. It's the reason why I'm building such a powerful, monstrous PC. It's the reason why I'm always getting new tech that makes it just cutting edge at times. And I'm still not done. I am most of the way there in terms of the amount of stuff that I've bought, but in terms of cost, I'm about halfway, give or take. So hopefully, in the next 8 to 12 months, I should be finished. And once I've done that, it means I won't be spending my budget on getting expensive stuff for my setup. It means I can actually put my budget towards new videos, new ideas, new fun things to try out. You know, maybe go ahead and start buying stuff just for the sake of, hey, let's do a video on this weird thing that I spotted on a weird, dodgy Chinese website. Or, hey, this is really cool and I've heard about it, I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about it. But for the time being, it is very much, I'm just trying to get everything sorted, get it so the channel is able to just run without any sort of issue and carry on from there. Like currently, let's see, I don't have too much left to buy, but I do have some left to buy. Yeah, for example, as you may notice, I am currently using, I do shoot in 4K for the most part. Like, gaming videos are actually originally in 4K, but I go ahead and downscale them to 1080p because it's a lot easier. But like other things that need to get sorted, storage. Storage is one thing where my entire setup is lacking, the fact that I just don't have enough storage. I definitely don't have enough to actually do a proper backup, which is kind of annoying. That's going to be solved at some point, you know. The server will be up at some point, which means I will have a proper set of, you know, backups. So I'll have one on the server, and I'll go ahead and have one sitting very nicely, you know, on a single cold drive that'll be locked away in a safe somewhere. So storage, that's currently getting sorted. Networking, I'm still yet to buy a 10 gig switch, which is kind of annoying. You know, I've got 10 gig adapters, but I don't have a 10 gig switch yet, so if I do want to do 10 gig, I have to do point to point rather than, you know, over a proper network. But that is also going to be solved at some point relatively soon. And the main thing that's really getting sorted is, alongside with that storage, is I'll be getting scratch discs, like proper SSDs to use my scratch disc, because currently all the footage it gets edited off of a hard drive, which is the reason why I sort of work in 1080p for the most part, because obviously 4K footage is kind of slow to, you know, just tear through on a hard drive, because obviously it just doesn't have the read-write speed to keep up with it half the time. So that's one thing that will change. I'll be moving over from a hard drive to SSD, so I can go ahead and edit footage quicker, which is going to be really needed for the next part, which I'm about to say is, I'm going to be getting a new camera. Now, I have been doing a bit of research, and I've settled on getting a Blackmagic cinema camera. You know, the Blackmagic Pocket 6K, I think it's called? Yeah, Blackmagic Pocket 6K. I'll be getting one of those changed to an actual cinema camera, so I'll be getting that. A couple of lenses for it, one macro lens and one standard lens for shooting, macro lens for, you know, doing B-roll shots. You know, and a couple of extra things to go ahead with that, so obviously I can improve the visual fidelity of my videos. And not to mention, it's a 6K camera, it'll last me a good 4 or 5 years before I'm going to have to go ahead and upscale once again. In the meantime, it means that I'm going to be basically happy to work on whatever the hell I'm happy to work on. So okay, so we've got storage, camera, what else am I working on? Graphics, yes, that's a big one. Now, I do hate Nvidia right now. Don't get me wrong, I am furious with Nvidia. I don't want to buy Nvidia. I discourage people buying Nvidia, but Nvidia currently are really the only option if you are a creative, because they are the only real company that's are the best for it. Like, you could get AMD, but AMD with production workloads right now, it's not as ideal. A lot of software is actually tuned towards Nvidia, and it works better, it works faster, and it's just, as much as I do want to go AMD on everything, it's the one thing that I can't do, because the support just isn't there. Even if AMD did have the performance, the support isn't there. Which means my next major purchases will be new graphics cards for both PCs, so of course they can be running on the most current stuff, and not just because, you know, I want performance, but also because I want video memory for when I do make my move over to Premiere Pro. You know, a lot of the projects that I might be moving on in the future may require more than 8 or 11 gigs of RAM, well, VRAM anyway. So obviously I'm going to need to go ahead and sort my PCs to have more than 11 gigs of VRAM. I'm going to try and aim for 20-ish gigs on both, although I am going to temper my expectations because I've still got the factor of, you know, dealing with power constraints. But that is what the aim is. So yeah, things are changing, but once all this has been done, once I've managed to go ahead and buy everything that I need to buy, get the PCs set up to run exactly as I want them to, well, that's when things are going to get fun, where I can finally say, I'm done upgrading, I'm done getting everything I need for the channel, I can just run through and do stuff, you know, because I can, not because I have to, not because I need this bit to get my channel set up. It will be turning into, hey, I want this because I want to do a fun video of this, and I'm sure you guys will love it. Like, hell, at some point I'm actually hoping to go ahead and do a full-on proper custom water cooling video for you guys, so you can go ahead and, you know, go through that, because it's one thing I've always wanted to try out. It's something that I haven't had a chance to, because, you know, turns out custom water cooling, it's pretty expensive. Yeah, it's really expensive, actually, and my problem with it is, it's just I haven't been able to justify the price of it. Like, most of the stuff that I've been buying, I've been able to justify the factor of, hey, it's for work, it will make a noticeable improvement, or it is going to at least make this thing that I've saved money on get workable. Whereas now it's going to be, this isn't something that I can really justify, because the performance gains aren't going to be worth the, like, £600-700, give or take, you know, with a new case that would actually support it properly. So, you know, I could start doing stuff like that, you know, fun videos for the sake of doing fun videos. Like, doing all the custom work on Big Sky, as much as I want to say that was just fun, that was genuinely so I could actually work with higher end stuff on it. Don't get me wrong, great little PC, wonderful PC, but, you know, I kind of need the production workload chops, because you know, I run a channel. If I am away, which I am frequently, I need to have the performance to be able to do my regular work. So that's the reason why Big Sky has just seen so many huge upgrades over what it used to be. I mean, fun fact, back in the day, that used to be, you know, a Pentium and GT 740 machine with less, you know, with 8 gigs of RAM and a terabyte hard drive. Now it's running a 3900X. You know, I've had to make these drastic changes to it. One, because, hey, it'll make it look pretty, which is kind of nice to have. But also, two, because it genuinely needs it. It needs that 120mm AIO minimum to go ahead and run a 3900X. It needed the new, you know, everything else done to it so it can breathe enough. But hopefully in the future I can do more videos where it's less it's filling a need, and more it's doing it because, hey, this would be a cool thing to do and I'm sure you guys would enjoy it. You know, it's kind of annoying when you're having to work off video ideas which don't cost you too much, or at least if they do cost you something, you're getting something out of it that you actually need at the moment. Which is sort of where the channel's been at for quite a while. It's been working on what I need, not what I want to do, because there is a lot of stuff that I do want to do with the channel. I do want to do more custom stuff, but it's always, I need to go ahead and be realistic. It's like anything that I've done a review on, it's usually been because I had it anyway. You know, the Hyper 212 Evo, the reason I did a review on it is because that used to be my main CPU cooler. The same with the CryoRig C7. You know, I have done a couple of small videos where it's like, hey, let's go ahead and do something because this sounds like it's fun to do, rather than, you know, actually go ahead and getting something out of it. Because, for example, doing the 3950X with stop cooling, it's like, that was a fairly cheap video for me. Like, it cost me, you know, buying a standard Wraith Spire. Didn't have to buy a Wraith Prism because I got that with the 3900X. You know, that is the kind of video that I want to do more of, you know, where I can just have fun and have a bit of a budget for doing work, not being stuck, not being able to do anything. So that is currently where the channel's at with that, but yeah. In the meantime though, God, it's been a hell of a ride, you know. Like going from working on just playing little XCOM 2 in the background to start making reviews to actually just doing tech stuff for the sake of, hey, this is cool, I found this interesting, I want to share it with you guys. You know, modding keyboards, modding PCs, building PCs, you know, showing off what, you know, graphics cards can do, despite the fact that they're a few years old. It's just like, it's fun, it's great, I love it. You know, overclocking especially, that's one of the things I absolutely live for. It's just, you know, getting the high-end stuff to overclock is kind of a pain, but yeah. And there is more, there is always going to be more. And I'm hoping in the future I can do a lot more fun stuff for you guys. But yeah, a year in review. Going from a tiny little quad core, you know, with a absolutely terrible microphone. Let's be fair, my original microphone, that was absolutely a dog. But that's no longer the case. I am no longer with that. I am now sitting here with a 16-core monster of a machine with, let's be fair, a pretty damn nice microphone. I know, you know, microphones and how they sound is completely subjective, but you can't deny this thing sounds gorgeous. And you know, I'm slowly working towards being able to not just sound gorgeous, not just be able to do work quickly, but also make stuff look great. And that's what I like that I can do. I can make it look great. Like, I can make videos look as if I have some sort of production quality. Could you imagine? God, the shock and horror. Me having production quality. But I do. And I love that I can say that I do now. Also, hey, you know, the fact that as time will go on, I'll become more and more feminine, and hey, I'll actually go ahead and look like I'm supposed to, which will be great, because it means that one day I might be able to look back at this and just see as, literally watch my own transition, you know, look as I change into the person that I really am, and it's like, it's a cool thing that I'm going to say that I'll be able to do. I honestly, I'm pretty sure most people wouldn't be able to, and I'm happy that I can say I do that. So yeah. But anyway, I've been rambling on for quite a while. It's been a year. I will be doing something for my 1 year anniversary of the channel. But in the meantime, it's been a year. Thank you everybody, and I do mean thank you everybody that has gone ahead and supported the channel, watched the channel, been on Patreon, anything that you've done to go ahead and help with the channel. Thank you. Even if this is your first video, thank you. Sorry it's a bit of a disappointing first video, just me talking for like 20 or so minutes whilst, you know, Halo Reach plays in the background. But seriously, thank you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for sticking through, and thank you for being subscribed. And it's just like, I hope in the future you guys can go ahead and get more fun stuff. And if you do actually want to see something in a video, check out my Discord page, because I do have one. You know, it's a great place. It's fun. Seriously, guys that are great. And I do have a lot of stuff on that. And also, you know, it's where I do take suggestions. So if you want to see a certain thing happen in the video, hey, I'll go ahead and put it up there. No, you put it up there and I'll go ahead and follow up on it. But yeah, so that's where we're going to go ahead and cut off the video for the umpteenth time. God, yeah. Well, until next time, folks, I will see you on Tuesday. And, yeah. Anyway, so, like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Any thoughts or questions, leave a form of a comment down below. Check out my Discord page if you want to go ahead and get in touch, or, you know, just chat anyway, meet some of the other guys that go ahead on the channel. Also in the description is my Patreon, Twitch and Facebook, so if you want to go ahead and support the channel or go ahead and check out on other platforms, you can do it down there in the description down below. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell for more content from me as always, because hey, I do content every bloody week now. And yeah, that's what I've got really to say. This is the 117th con, signing off for the 117th time now. I'll see you all in the next one, folks. You take care. It's a crazy world out there, and thank you, everybody. Now, ta-ra, and take care.